Do you have a job or are you looking for one? Okay, so what I'm doing is setting up establishing a business called Power for Progress. A motivation, inspiration, and empowerment success and fitness magazine, website, business social network, community news feeds, independent promotions with telemarketing. So, what it is a process people can establish networking systems in any community, in every community across the United States and even the world. Um, just utilizing and finding printers, designers, telemarketers, independent promoters, and allied businesses that are interested in being a part of and helping establish Power for Progress with and for their clients, with and for their clients, with and for their business, with and for Power for Progress. Now, not just Power for Progress, my business, but Power for Progress, what it is and what it can be. So, what I want is all of the networking systems to film their processing and their progress as like a reality show and to put it on YouTube. Um, on YouTube, once you get enough hits, you start getting paid. Well, the networking systems that get the most hits, I want to broadcast on national television as a reality show with the idea and focus of how long does it take to find the most potential of a city, and how much potential can you find in one day? Also, what is the most effective thing that you can do or say to create the most progress possible for yourself and all opposites? To think about it, find your effectiveness, create your effectiveness, utilize it, apply it, and repeat that. From effectiveness to greatness, from effectiveness to power for progress. Okay? Um, One person can make a difference. It is up to us to make the stand. Okay? Have you put forth enough effort in your own life to make the difference? For every individual's lives that you fail to put forth enough effort in to make the difference, is another individual left behind, another fallen soldier. Um, at the end of the day, can you look back on all you did and honestly say you did all you could for all opposites, for your friends, for your family? If you lay exhausted on the field of battle knowing you did all you could for all opposites, you're victorious. If you do all you can and nothing will stop you, you become something greater, something better entirely. Because we live every moment of our lives for the most important moments of our lives, and the most important moments of our lives are the deciding factors of all lives, we have to never fail to do anything necessary willingly to help create any and all justice and progress that can and will be, so we do not fail the most important moments of our lives, so we do not fail every moment in every life. See, we are a product of our environment. We must learn to control our environment because, in the end, our environment will control us. But if we design our environment into shaping and molding us, we become more of the product of our desire. Have you ever heard that saying, I went to get a job, but I couldn't get the job because they said I did not have enough experience? Well, then they say, how do they expect me to get the experience when they won't give me the job? Well, when you want to do something in life, you have to just go out and do it. When you want something to happen, you have to make it happen. When you want to be a part of something, you have to create it. Everything, including but not limited to yourself, your friends, your family, your surroundings, your authority figures. Because when you're failing, they're failing. When they're failing, you're failing. So, create the experience you desire, gain the experience you deserve. So the idea is Have you ever thought about the people that taught you everything and that they taught everything they know in life? Taught you everything they know. So it's your job to go back to them and to teach them the things you learn from other people. Also, it's your job to repeat back to them the things that they taught you in the ways that shows how effective and beneficial it was. I have a scenario for you, okay? Do you know what the pyramid on the dollar bill symbolizes? The pyramid on the dollar bill. The bottom symbolizes destiny, fate, society, the foundation that's given to us and that we create. The middle symbolizes where we stand on that foundation that's given to us and that we create. And the top symbolizes where we look into the future. Also, the reason the pyramid is the way it is on the dollar bill, half built with an eye over it, completing it, is that life is like a pyramid that is not complete. We have to constantly be working on unity, progress, and order, even inside of the mind, to keep in order and replace fate, destiny, and society. We do this with things like suggestions, influences, morals, values, self-discipline, discipline, karma, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, and justice. As I said, if we want something to happen, we have to make it happen. If we want to be a part of something, we have to create it. Everything, including but not limited to yourself, your friends, your family, your surroundings, your authority figures. Because when they're failing, you're failing. When you're failing, they're failing. So from nothing to the best of the best of the best that it can be. For all minds and all times and all kinds. For fate, for destiny, for society. To keep in order and replace fate, destiny, society, and the mind. To rebuild life like pyramids for all opposites. It is not that we are inadequate that fears us. It is the fact that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and our darkness that empowers others and ourselves. It is our successes and not our failures that empowers others and ourselves. Okay, now let's think for a second. Now imagine I had 1,000 cards, the independent promotions. Let's do an overscope of the structure. If I gave you 1,000 cards from a business to pass around to individuals, okay, now ideally, the agreement's going to be that the individual that passes around the cards gets a percentage of commission. So let's say, for instance, approximately $1 for each card. Okay, so if I gave you or somebody 1,000 cards to pass around to people, for every card that comes back to the business, the independent promoter, the person passing around the cards, will get approximately $1. Okay. Now let's say, for instance, and the person that brings the card back gets a discount for every card they bring back. So automatically, when I give somebody 1,000 cards, the potential of it is money. So if I give them 1,000 cards, $1,000 in their pocket, all they have to do is put it to work. So the business only has to pay for the results, other than the cards, the results that's created for them. Okay? I call it powerful progress because when you think about success, when you think about fitness, you think about power, you think about progress. You think about the results you have created and the results that has been created for you. You think about the results you can create and the results that can be created for you. Now let's say I give somebody 1,000 cards from 50 different businesses, right? The potential of that in their pocket is $50,000. All they have to do is go out and make it happen. Now, if they're out on the street somewhere passing around card after card after card, like, hey, check out this place, check out this place, check out this place, you get a discount like this. Now, if you took one card for every one of those 50 businesses and you made a little coupon packet, right? Little coupon packet with 50 different coupons. Okay? Now, if the discount is 10% off or even $1 off, right? That's $50 off of all the purchases from that one coupon packet. So, hey, you can have this card or this card, but you can also buy this little coupon packet, which potentially is $50 off total. So you could buy it for $5. That's $5 more on top of that $1 for every card that they pass around. The potential is 60. What is it? 50. If it's 50,000 multiplied by 5, that's a lot of freaking money. But potentially, all you have to do is find businesses, allied businesses that are interested in being a part of and helping establish Power for Progress with and for their clients, with and for their clients' clients, with and for their business, with and for Power for Progress. And the potential is great. Now, for the community news feeds, the telemarketers and or the business client representatives are going to be selling the ad space. For every ad space they sell, they get a percentage of commission. Okay? The designer, which you can find printers, designers, just all around town, any city, hey, go to the printer. Hey, I need a designer, I need a printer, I need this, and this done, right? I need a designer, I need a printer. I need a lot of designs and a lot of printers. I will send the people that want the designs to you. You set up the designs with them. You get paid, and I get paid. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to do. And then so the telemarketer or business representative gets a percentage of commission for every ad space sold and designed. Then the rest of the money goes to the printing and distributing of the community news feeds, the magazine, and the business social and building the business social network. All we have to do is find a designer, a web developer that wants to set up a website, .net, powerforprogress.net, called Power for Progress, set up the business social network, and the payment be the money that they make from setting up the website. Not all of the money, but a percentage of commission for all of the ad spaces sold on the website. Do you understand? So they get paid for the results that they create. It's the same thing with the telemarketing. It's the same thing with the designs. Okay? So, as I says, for all minds, all times, all kinds, for fate, for destiny, for society. Like from nothing to the best of the best of the best that it can be. Create the experience you desire, gain the experience you deserve. Because success is never settling for less, always working through the boundaries and barriers that make us fail, creating power for progress. Now, imagine you were downtown, or somebody was downtown in some big city like Miami, or some big city like New York, and they're sitting there on their smartphone, their iPhone, their Apple, their iPad, their touchpad, their touch screen, their laptop, their whatever, in their office. And they're thinking, how can I be more successful? How can I be more accomplished? How can I be more effective? And something pops up on their screen on a different website. Or even on the browser. Or they see in the corner of their eye some card, some flyer, some community news feed, some magazine. or they see on a big office building, or on a health club building, or an office building, the words power for progress. When somebody sees or hears the words power for progress, they should say to themselves and each other, that's what I want, that's what I'm going to create, and that is what I'm going to get. Power for progress. I was in jail for 2 years. For 2 years, I spoke to many men. Many men. Many men. Every pod I went to, which changed like every couple weeks, usually, I would speak to every man in there. If not personally, in the whole pod. Okay? But I would actually speak to as many men personally as I could about power for progress. Okay? In CJC, Colorado, Criminal Justice Center. Okay? Even on New Year's, 15 minutes before the clock struck 12, I did a from New Year's resolutions to New Year's revolutions speech. Just because that's the way I am. Okay, now I have a scenario for you. Now, let's imagine you had to save the world, right? But you're the only one that could do it. Nobody else can do it but you. But you have to do something crazy. Okay? Like jump into a volcano and swim to the other side of the world to save it. The question is, what do you do everything you do in your life for? The love for your life or your weakness to keep it? Now, you can't fly around the world and save it. You can't drive and you can't take a boat. And if you jump in the volcano and you doubt you can make it, you're going to disintegrate. It's possible you're going to disintegrate anyways. So the only thing you can do is make the impossible possible. Jump in the volcano, swim to the other side of the world, swim back too if you have to, but save the world. Why? Because you do everything you do in your life for the love for your life, not your weakness to keep it. Now, if you have all the relationships, connections, communications, structures, and foundations that was utilized and designed to build $1 billion, to create $1 billion, to establish $1 billion. If you spend $1 million of that $1 billion with an individual or with a business, you are establishing a relationship, a connection, a communication with that individual, with that business, with that structure, with that foundation. Now, if you had $1 billion that was just robbed, stolen, made illegally with selling of narcotics, drugs, pimping, prostituting, boosting, or even just a flawed structure and foundation. If you spend $1 million of that $1 billion with an individual or with a business, you're not establishing as much of a relationship, a connection, a communication, or building as solid of a structure or a foundation with that $1 million, with that structure, with that foundation. Now, let's say for a moment you had all the relationships, all the connections, all the communications, all the structures and foundations that was utilized and designed to create and establish an atomic bomb. Okay? Every thread, every stitch, every wire, every button, every boot shine, every bootlace, every piece of artillery, every piece of machinery, every stand, every formation, every mission. It is possible that when they push that button to blast that bomb, it would go through any and every dimension and or realm of possibilities to save the world. If it was all designed to save the world. right? So the only thing we can do is rack. So we should always rack and stack our effectiveness, doing anything necessary willingly through any and all dimensions and or realms of possibilities, making the impossible possible. So power for progress can control the past. So power for progress can control the future. For all minds and all times and all kinds, for fate, for destiny, for society. To keep in order and replace fate, destiny, society, and the mind. To rebuild life like pyramids for all opposites. What is the most effective thing that you can do or say to create the most progress possible for yourself and all opposites? The idea is to turn all opposites from failure into automatic justice and progress machines, utilizing self discipline, discipline, justice, unity, progress, order, and accuracy, so nothing will stop us. We will get through it no matter what it is or what it takes. We will build or rebuild it no matter what it is or what it takes. The world will not be less because of us. The world will be better because of us. It is all resistance. We will keep going and we will not fail. The idea is to better even your opponent and or target, even in killing. If in the end you're better, you win. But if you do all you can for all opposites, regardless, you're successful and or accomplished. Even after death, we are even then who and or what we are or were. But we must rise again and rebuild life like pyramids for all opposites, also keeping in order and replacing fate, destiny, and society, and the living is supposed to help. I will accept no for an answer in individuals' personal boundaries when it is wrong to exceed those limits, but I will not accept no for an answer in my own success. At the end of the day, can you look back on all you did and honestly say you did all you could for all opposites, for your friends, for your family? Of course, so the moral of power, the story is, if we constantly do anything necessary to like save the world, of course we'll probably only become something like a professor, lawyer, teacher, doctor, a drill sergeant, and or in the military or whatever, or create soldiers of all life. But if we don't constantly put forth anything necessary effort, our life is disintegrating around us. And it's probable and or possible our life is constantly in danger. And so is the lives of the people around us. So at least if we do anything necessary, we have the within ourselves that we did anything necessary to create the most progress, to be the most effective, to save the world. So power for progress can control the past.